Stephanie Ru-Phan Sheh, who also goes by the alias Jennifer Sekiguchi, is an American voice actress, ADR writer, director, singer and producer. She has worked for several major companies, including Cartoon Network and Sony. She is often involved with doing voiceover work in anime, original animation, video games, dubbing, commercials, and TV shows. Her notable voice roles include Orihime Inoue in Bleach, Hinata Hyuga in Naruto, Eureka in Eureka 7, and Mikuru Asahina in The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. In 2014, she became the voice of Usagi Tsukino, the title character in the Viz Media dub of Sailor Moon. Career: she was born in Kalamazoo, Michigan and was raised in Northern California. She became interested in being an actor when she was in her early years in Monte Vista High School in Cupertino, California. While at the University of California, Los Angeles, she was involved in anime clubs. After graduating from UCLA, she took a job as a producer while she pursued her acting career. She got her training and studying on acting, voice acting, and improvisation in Second City Training Center, East West Players, Susan Blue Voiceover Workshop and UCLA School of Theater, Film and Television. Stephanie has also recorded radio spots for United States Cellular Corporation. Under the moniker of Jennifer Sekiguchi, she made her voice acting debut as Silky in I'm Gonna Be an Angel in 2001 and then had a major role as Mamie in FLCL. She would later land starring voice roles as Orihime Inoue in Bleach and Eureka in Eureka 7. She also voiced supporting character Hinata Hyuga in the hit series Naruto, in which her character had a major role in the storyline. The three shows have aired on Cartoon Network with varied success. She describes Hyuga's issues with self-esteem as very relatable. She has been involved in voicing characters in video games such as BioShock 2, Alien, The Tower of Eternity, True Crime, New York City, Devil May Cry 4, and Resident Evil 5 as the current voice of Rebecca Chambers on the Resident Evil franchise. Beyond using her voice, Stephanie was flown by plane to Japan to provide the motion capture for the character Syriza in Sega's video game Bayonetta. She also voiced Final in Artonaliko Koga, Nella Vacial, MLLE Blanche de Grace in BioShock 2 and Orihime Inoue in The Bleach. She is the voice of Jaine Firelong in Monster High and Duchess Swan in Ever After High. She has appeared several times on G4's Attack of the Show as Tiny Olivia Munn. In 2012, she was a host in the 2011 talk show TV series BPM, Beats Per Minute. In 2013 she reprised the role of Eureka in Eureka 7, Astral Ocean. In July 2014, Viz Media revealed details behind its upcoming Sailor Moon Blu-ray release and the series' new dub cast at its panel at the 2014 Anime Expo in Los Angeles. Stephanie has been cast to voice Usagi Tsukino Sailor Moon in Viz's review of the first anime series. She worked at Sync Point, which produced English dubs for anime. One of her early major projects was producing for I'm Gonna Be an Angel. And she was working with Studio Pierrot when she brought in Mark Handler to ADR direct and write for FLCL. Filmography =anime =animation Care Bears, Welcome to Care-a-Lot Share, Secret, Laugh a Lot, Baby Tugs Bears, Clarence Debbie, Additional Voices, DC Nation Shorts, Batman of Shanghai Catwoman, DC Superhero Girls Katana, Ever After High Duchess Swan, White Queen, Friends, Dolphin Cruiser Mrs. Stevens Judge Dredd, Superfiend Vienna, Miles from Tomorrowland Popo, Miraculous Ladybug Additional Voices, Monster High Jane Boolittle, Jaine Firelong, Peter Rabbit Mrs. Rabbit Scooby-Doo. Mystery Incorporated Mila, The Legend of Korra Tsuli Moon, Rowan, Additional Voices, The Chosen Guardians Mia Shields, 3 Delivery Suyi. Films 009 Re, Cyborg 001/Ivan Whiskey, A Letter to Momo Akiko Miura, Blue Exorcist, The Movie Kuro, Digimon Tamers, Battle of Adventurers Minami Uhara, Ernest and Celestina Additional Voices, Fate Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works a Euro Ilias Viel von Einstburn, The Happy Cricket a Euro Little Christopher, Hoodwink 2. Hood vs Evil a Euro Additional Voices, Jungle Bunch, The Movie a Euro Ping, Kumba a Euro Cheerleader Zebra, Mia and the Maigu a Euro Girl on Bridge, Naruto Shippuden the Movie, Bonds a Euro Hinata Hyuga, Naruto Shippuden the Movie, The Will of Fire a Euro Hinata Hyuga, Patama Inverted a Euro Kao, Road to Ninja, Naruto the Movie a Euro Hinata Hyuga, Street Fighter Alpha, Generations a Euro Seiyaga, The Last, Naruto the Movie a Euro Hinata Hyuga, Winx Club, The Secret of the Lost Kingdom a Euro Flora, Winx Club 3D, Magical Adventure a Euro Flora. Winx Club, The Mystery of the Abyss a Euro Flora, Holic the Movie, A Midsummer Night's Dream a Euro Girl Young Woman. Video games live action dubbing Battle Royale a Euro Takako Shigasa, Curse of the Golden Flower a Euro Jiang-chan, Kunoichi, Lady Ninja a Euro Oiki, Otori, Old Boy a Euro Lee Sua, One Missed Call a Euro Natsumi Konishi, Sky High a Euro Minor, The Machine Girl a Euro Yoshi. Production credits. Voice director Castlevania Judgment, Freedom, Assistant ADR Director, Huntique, Secrets and Seekers, Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn, Paradise Kiss, Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6, Resident Evil, Revelations, Resident Evil, The Dark Side Chronicles, Welcome to the Space Show, Zetman. Script adaptation recording engineer Berserk, The Golden Age Arcade, Robotomy, Peter Rabbit, Supernormal, Zetman. Casting director A Cat in Paris, Freedom, Ernest and Celestine, Queen's Blade Rebellion, The Painting. Other production Angel Tales, Berserk, The Golden Age Arcade, Ernest and Celestine, Jungle Emperor Leo, FLCL, Producer, I'm Gonna Be an Angel, Producer, Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn, The Painting, Phoenix, Robotomy, Zetman. References. External links, Official website, Stephanie Shih on Twitter, Interview with Stephanie Shih by Anime Omnitude, Stephanie Shih at the Internet Movie Database, Stephanie Shih at Anime News Network's Encyclopedia, Stephanie Shih at Behind the Voice Actors, Stephanie Shih at Crystal Acid's English Voice Actor and Production Staff Database, Jennifer Sekiguchi at Crystal Acid's English Voice Actor and Production Staff Database, Laura Chia at Crystal Acid's English Voice Actor and Production Staff Database, Lulu Chiang at Crystal Acid's English Voice Actor and Production Staff Database, Tiffany Xie at Crystal Acid's English Voice Actor and Production Staff Database.